So when you're building these distributed systems, one thing that is very, very essential is that you have to make them very secure. So in the past few weeks, we've had stories of finding critical bugs in EOS, and then recently we had the bug with that was found in Ethereum, and then you have the bug that was exploited in the BitGold system. Then you have Vesh attack double times, and then you have Zencash. So these are just a series of blockchain applications or blockchain systems that have suffered double spending problem. So a double spending problem that is costing a platform $550,000 is not really good. Even $1 is not really good. And then that leads to the story of there was a problem with one of the developers who actually worked in the system, Joseph Yahut, and there are stories that he took an animal car and then he was running around Virginia and then taking some photos. Though he has been arrested, they discovered he was under the influence of drugs and all that. So moving on, we have another story that Brisbane Airport is now the world's first airport to be accepting cryptocurrency. So they will be accepting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency. So if you are a passenger and you just want to buy things around the airport, you can be very sure that crypto will be accepted. So that is a very good one for mass adoption. And then moving on, we have the news that SIB launched in Japan and launched the first bank-backed cryptocurrency exchange. So in addition, SIB said as a recap, VC trade will focus on trading of SRP, the native token derived from the repo protocol, after which the exchange will subsequently add support for Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash through an initial timeline for that remains unclear at this stage. So they will start trading repo for now. And then moving on, we have China. They've announced China platform Baidu. They have announced a protocol called Super Chain, and we'll be exploring the Super Chain more in depth, even as we get more details about the platform. There is no much details right now, just a little bit sketchy details. And then moving on, we have the news that Repo have donated $50 million to 17 universities to boost blockchain and crypto adoption. Now let's see what that means. Cryptocurrency startup Repo, okay, announce the partnership. We are excited to announce the partnership. The interest sparks. And then here are the universities. Princeton, MIT, University of Pennsylvania, Indian Institute of Bombay, of Technology in Bombay, in Brazil, California, US, UCL, very good school, University of Texas, University of Luxembourg, University of Nicosia. They are currently offering. You can actually check it up. Let's go great. MSc in digital currency. So they are actually offering MSc in digital currency, and it's a course that lasts for few semesters, and I think the program will soon start. And then moving on, we have the news that John Mcafee has announced his intention to run for the American presidency in a bid to serve the crypto community. So Mcafee has been putting up some tweets recently talking about his own crypto coin, then talking about his own bid to actually liberate the crypto community. And he put something that the declaration of independence, and also saying he wants to bring his own physical cryptocurrency. And now he's declaring his intention to run for the presidency. And then moving on, we have the news that Coinbase is actually expanding their wings to Japan. So Coinbase is currently offering services to something like more than 32 countries. And then expanding to Japan. Okay, yeah, you can see in 32 countries already. Now expanding to Japan, it would be a very, very good one, because Japan first, it's crypto friendly, and they want to go there and make things happen. And then there is the news that I really want to focus on. People in Uganda now have to pay to use WhatsApp and other social media. Now, what the president says, he says that people are spending a lot of time on these platforms, so therefore it will be a very, very good one if a tax is levied on the people. So let's read this. The Uganda government has imposed tax on social media to raise money for the country and to avoid donor aid, a lawmaker told CNN. Can you say that? Now, Ugandans will have to cough out 200 Ugandan shillings, which is 5 cents a day, to use popular social platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp. President Museveni, who has ruled the country since 1986, let's calculate how long that is. 2018, 1968. So he has ruled the country for 32 years now, and he's still there. He has no intention to leave. It's reported in local media is saying that social media encourages gossip. That is what the president said. It's true, and it's also not true. Parliamentary spokesman Chris Obori defended the law, which comes into effect July 1st. So as from July 1st now, all Ugandans are required to comply with this law by paying 5 cents every single day to be able to access these platforms, saying that as more Ugandans use social media, it should become an important source of revenue for the country. The government is trying not to rely on donor funding. It is just a redistributed task, as the government is asked to look for money from those who have to finance projects, Oberi told CNN. He added, the tax is very small, 200 shillings, which is 50 cents in Uganda, to $1 is very negligible. People in Uganda will not find it too expensive. However, many Ugandans on social media see the tax as government crackdown on free speech. And there is a news that over 2 million Ugandans are active on Facebook, according to official figures. This new tax comes as in neighboring country, Tanzania, recently introduced a controversial fee of $930 on bloggers and online publishers, a decision that is challenged by the local activists in Kenya. In Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta signed a cybercrimes bill that criminalizes the publication of fake news and imposes heavy fines and 2-year jail term to those found guilty, despite pressure from international community, international groups to stop it. So this is the news. Tanzanian bloggers fight back against $930 fee as court grants injunction. The blogging fee, part of the sweeping internet regulation, will give authorities unprecedented control over the internet. So you can see some of the news are actually going on in some parts of the world. And that is why this blockchain stuff is not really a thing to how do we make we make money, but we have to build systems where every person can get access to information and that the media will not be compromised by the government saying this and that. Now, Al Jazeera, hope I'm spelling it correct. Okay, Al Jazeera. So Al Jazeera is one of the platforms that actually reports a lot of news, And there are times where you're rushing as Al Jazeera and they tell you that, oh, the Al Jazeera journalist has been jailed in this and that. There are things, those are the struggles that guys like Julian Assange, WikiLeaks are actually fighting for. The free media. There are things that people should know. So to put this against blogging, against social media, it's really, really bad. Why can't they tax these companies? Why can't, this is double offense. Why can't they tax Facebook and Twitter and these companies? Because they take their data, 2 million people, 2 million Ugandans that are online every day. They take their data, sell those data to advertisers for money, and also sell that the ads. You saw the news that Facebook says data to Chinese. So you can see that Facebook is actually selling this data to Chinese firms. And they're also using it to make money, spy on the people, making money from it. And why can't they go to them? It's a very big problem. And then just to wrap the news, they concluded the consensus committee day in Tel Aviv reveals that 700 tokens and 1,090 dapps has been released on the Ethereum blockchain. That was last year alone. So that is telling you that Ethereum is actually growing by the day. $700 tokens were launched on Ethereum in 2017, and more than 1,090 dapps are either present or making an entrance in the future. He has also mentioned the number of potential users that have joined the network, as well as millions of transactions that are done on a daily basis. Based on the claims made by Galano, Infura has a higher user base of 24,000, resulting in 8 million requests a day. He also went that Infura specs and order can be used by the teams of various sizes, and at the end encouraged those invited to sign up. And then you talk about network effects, Ethereum system. Then you talk about projects like crypto zombies. Crypto zombie, according to the estimate, that the people that are using crypto zombies has exceeded over 207,000 people. It has exceeded it. And this was a game that was launched last year, if I'm not mistaken, November. A game that teaches people how to code in Solidity. So there is tons of development actually going on in the Ethereum community. There are also many of them. Many stuff are actually going on also with Neo, and we'll give you the next news. So guys, thanks for staying by and do have a very good day.